very important announcement to make, so I need everybody to do the West County. Okay, folks, it has been since 2008 that Southside has given out Member of the Year awards. So, as you all know, even as little bit as a couple of years ago, Southside was struggling pretty bad. Well, as you can tell, based on the attendance tonight, that is not the case. We are back and we are healthy. Woo! So without delay, we have some award recipients tonight, and I'd like to bring up Sue Hurst to present our first.
Okay, our very first award goes to Rich Feager. Rich, come on up. Rich Feager started volunteering to help at Southside Dances at the end of 2007, or the beginning of 2008, before he was even a member. He was already a member of a sister club but finally joined Southside in June of 2009. Later that year, my sister-in-law, Sandy, Miss Diva Bling, convinced Rich that he should be on the board as the dance director. He soon took over as membership director duties when that position opened up. In January 2010, he became our vice president and has agreed to a second term. Beginning this January. We have 2-year terms, by the way, for our board of directors positions. We cut our board in half several years ago, and then we just made 2-year terms instead of 1. It was less turmoil that way. Rich represents Southside on the American Bop Association Board of Directors also, and he travels to many out-of-town dances in support of the swing dance community in general. When Southside held their dances at St. John's Church, which is where I first noticed him, Rich would stay after the dance and help clean off the tables, help put the decorations and equipment away. He also did the same at our other dance venues, Concord and Stratford. Now for every dance, he still picks up and returns DJ equipment and table decorations for the club's storage locker, but apparently not the Santa suit. Okay. Rich helps teach beginner lessons if anyone requests before Southside's monthly dances. We also know Rich hardly ever sits down at a dance. He tries to make sure that he asks as many women to dance as he can. He adds balance to the women versus men ratio, hoping that if women get asked to dance, they will want to return. Rich Feager has a lot of fun dancing and promotes Southside Imperial Dance Club whenever possible. Thank you, Rich. Okay, our next award goes to Diana Forster. Diana Forster started volunteering to help at Southside Dances at the end of 2007 or the beginning of 2008, before she was even a member. She was already a member of a sister club and finally joined Southside in June of 2009. If this sounds familiar, just stick with me here. Later that year, my sister-in-law, Sandy, convinced Diana, Sandy's our official recruiter, by the way, that she should be on the board as a secretary. Diana protested that she did not want to take that position away from Sue, meaning me. But fortunately, I was within earshot and reassured her that I had other board responsibilities and would welcome her taking over the role. I stopped short of begging, but I was greatly relieved when she agreed. She's exceeded my expectations for assuming the myriad duties of club secretary and for assuming a leadership role in guiding Southside to a great future. Because of Diana, we created the e-blast recipients list for sending our e-blast to non-members who want to receive our email communications. Back in February of 2008, and I control the database, so I know all these dates, she expressed a desire to get our e-blast, but was not yet a member. As the secretary at the time, I recognized this as an opportunity to reach more people, so our e-blast recipients list was born. We currently have 58 people on the list. Many more have been retired from the list as they became members. Diana has served as secretary for 2 years and has just re-upped for another 2 years. She creates and prints our flyers twice monthly. She's the one who we get those reminder emails from, so we don't miss out on any fun dances. Plus, she's very active for us on Facebook. She is our decorator for the dances and is the one to always remember all those details that if missed would be felt. She is here early and stays to the end for cleanup, making sure all dancers have a wonderful time. Diana attends many other club dances and promotes Southside whenever possible. She travels to many out-of-town dances in support of the swing dance community in general. Now I have something to say about Rich and Diana. Rich and Diana each have contributed their many talents to Southside. As a couple, they have been a driving force that has made huge differences. You may have noticed that their histories with Southside are similar. They arrived on the scene about the same time. As a couple, they combined their efforts to produce extraordinary results. I remember the day that Dominic and I met Rich and Diana here at Kirkwood Brewery for dinner. We talked about what Southside dances might look like here. We came over here to evaluate the dance floor and decided that it really wasn't much smaller than the effective dance floor at Stratford, and that our dancers could get something to eat or drink and could park in a safe neighborhood. We found Shelley, who was the general manager at the time, and then Rich and Diana took over. Next thing I knew, we were having our kickoff dance right here at Kirkwood Brewery. It was a festive night indeed, and Southside's success has climbed ever since. Thank you, Rich and Diana, for your efforts to guide Southside out of troubled waters into a fun port of call.
There's one more individual that has had a huge hand in our success. And I am in so much trouble. I can't even begin to tell you how much trouble. But I'm going to read the nomination and bring this individual up. It read, who epitomizes the dance community more than Judy Newton? Not only does she presently fill the responsibilities of the club president with ease and grace, for years she has been the face of Southside, representing the club at other dance clubs throughout the area and promoting Southside in a positive manner at all and any opportunity. Judy spends hours each week for her own club. Plus, she is willing to volunteer and support her of many other clubs in the Midwest Federation. From teaching dance lessons and music, West County Moolah, St. Louis Imperial clubs, attending many sister club dances as humanly, maybe even superhumanly possible, to volunteer at the registration table and co-chairing the hospitality committee at Rolling on the River, and supporting the dance community at large in words and deeds, which have genuine concern for fellow dance member clubs in the St. Louis area and beyond. So without any more to say, bring up Judy Newton. Yeah! She said she's going to kill me. So ladies and gentlemen, here are our 2012 Member of the Year recipients. Thank you, everybody. We've taken enough of your time. Normally we do additional announcements, but tonight we're going to cut those a little short. Thank you. We have a huge crowd. Please come back. It's always like this every first and third Sunday of every month. Let's dance.
We got to do the drawings.